So where were we? Talking about ukulele? That's right. Okay, let's see. Sleigh ride. Sorry for those of you that weren't interested in internet stuff. I got on a rant. I'm a little excited. Oh yeah, I know this one. Okay. Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring ting tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. We're gonna have to play this a little slower. C A minor, D minor, G D, G minor, and
I can't see the music.
What?
I can't see the music. I can just see everybody's beautiful faces.
Oh, I didn't share the screen. My fault. Here we go. See, I started streaming and I forgot how to zoom. That's what happens. That's Dee's worst fear realized. I'm slipping away from you guys.
Oh, it's already happened.
So the only chord here that's a little odd is G minor, right? But if you notice, there's only one note difference in G minor from G. And there will always be only one note difference from the major chord to the minor chord. In music theory, that note is called the third, which is the middle note that a chord is made out of. A chord is made out of the first note of the scale, the third note of the scale, and the fifth note of a scale. If you take that third note and you lower it by 1 fret, then it becomes a minor, right? So in the case of G, it's that first string note. That's the third. And that's B. So if you make that a B flat by switching your first and second finger, now it's a G minor. Isn't that crazy how one note and you go from happy, sad, one note, that's all it is. And you change the entire feel, the entire mood of that chord, right? Makes it a totally different emotion, makes it a totally different tonal quality. Just one note. And if anyone's curious about what's it called, that kind of stuff, like what the hell, what is he talking about, thirds and chords and fifths and all that? We could do like an intro to music theory. Just bring it up in the Monday class, and I'll be glad to go over it. All right, I'm gonna mute you guys, and we're gonna do the sleigh ride song. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. Let's go. All right, let's give it a try. I can't quite see the intro on my computer. There it is. Down, down, up. Okay, so it's C, down, up, A, down, up, D minor, down, up, G, down, up. All right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Outside the yeah. That's hard to play slow, but it's also very hard to play fast, I would imagine. The real tempo for that, as far as the ones I remember on the radio, would be something like, just hear those sleigh bells, just hear those sleigh bells tingling, ring, ting, tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. That's fast. That's fast. That's down, down, up, and then a switch over and over and over and over again, pretty much through the whole song. But it's worth practicing because these chord changes are very popular. And if you can get this smooth playing it fast, you'll have it'll help you out with playing a lot of other songs too. This is one of those songs that I think would be very good to try to learn to play at tempo, right? So like 1, 2, 3, 4, rather than as slow as we just played it, right? At tempo meaning as fast or slow as the original song was. Okay. All right. Next on our list of holiday magic, I agree with Ron that it is too early, but again, I don't control the list. Somebody wanted this. Santa Claus is coming to town. Jolly old Saint Nick. My father, when I was young, used to make videotapes. VHS was really big in the mid 80s. Just came out, super big deal. And he used to make videotapes of himself every Christmas appearing at the chimney and putting out Christmas presents, and then going to the kitchen and eating one of the cookies I left. And I even put out carrots for the reindeer because, I was awesome. So he picked up the carrot, brought it out to his reindeer, and there would even be, I don't know, maybe he bit it, but it always looked like reindeer teeth to me on the carrot stick that was left behind, right? So I had videographic evidence of Santa Claus. This is indisputable as far as I'm concerned, because back then there's no Photoshop. I mean, you can't mess with video. Video is proof in a court of law, right? So I'm talking to the kids, and there's always that one kid who has an older brother who's a jerk or something that has known that there's no Santa Claus since like birth. I don't know why. And you feel bad for those kids later in life. But when you're young, it's like, and this kid, Nick Giardina, I'll never forget his name. And, he starts telling me, dude, there's no Santa Claus. And I'm like, you're an idiot. Like, I have video. What are you even talking about? So I dragged all of my friends from my kindergarten class to my house and played the videos for them. Many of them were convinced. Nick Giardina, however, was certain that he saw a black shadow under, my dad had a big black beard, and under the white beard of Santa Claus, that there was a big black beard. So we ended up getting in this huge fight. I got suspended. Like, it was a whole big thing over Santa, because I'm defending Santa's honor. Like, clearly he exists and you're just being a jerk, right? So, oh man, so my dad had to sit me down and like tell me it was a whole big, and I'm absolutely devastated, because imagine going from fact, scientific evidence, like that's how I think. I have proof, so this can't not be true, to, yeah, we've been messing with you for the past 5 years. I'm sorry, like it screwed me up. But he made me an elf that year. So I was in the video for my little sister as an elf. I only did it once though, because he was up till like 4 a.m. doing it. And but that's my Santa Claus story. Very traumatizing. Very traumatizing. Screwed me up. And I still hate Nick. Anyway.
But he's coming to town.
He is. Now he's coming to town. That was the point of this whole thing. I took this song very literally when I was young. And, let's see. We've got down, down, up, up, down, up. Island Strum. And I don't know if you guys know this, but when Herb puts capital letters, that's an accent, right, Herb? You mean that to be like a harder strum. I can't hear you, buddy. You got to unmute.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. Is a man of few words. So when you see you know, either a U or a D capitalized, you want to accent that strum, which essentially just means play it a little bit harder, basically. So it would be like down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. You know,
we could tap the first down.
Tap the first down and then down, up, down, up.
So it got a little backbeat to it.
Yeah. And that changes it. Like what Herb means by a little backbeat to it is that changes it rhythmically. It makes it more, as they say, in the pocket, or, you know, rhythmically interesting. All right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. You better shout. You better not cry. You better, whoa, no. Better not cry. You better. That's weird. Okay, starting over. That G snuck up on me.
But this is the Bruce Springsteen version.
Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Oh, that one, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to give that a try then. I don't know if I know the whole thing. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. You better be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. You better be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. Santa Claus is coming to town. 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 Something like that. It's very Bruce Springsteen. All right. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. The very next day, you gave it away. I don't know if I know the verse, so we might have to fake it. Who is this? Wham? What number was that? She didn't put it. Let's see. Last Christmas. Anybody sees it? Shout it out. I don't see it. Is it in here?
32.
32.
Oh, man, you guys are good. George Michael. Didn't even realize. Oh, it was Wham. Haha, I was right. You always love band names with exclamation points in them. Very cool. Very 80s. This is going to get our video taken down. So let me listen on my phone for a second. I just want to hear the verse part, because I don't remember exactly how he sang it. It's probably very close to the main melody because, you know, the 80s. Last Christmas. Oh my God, it's a really long time before the verse, sorry. Ooh. All right, I'm gonna have to fake it because it's George Michael being really show-offy. Unless someone else knows it really well. Nancy, I see you singing.
Yeah, what is it that you want to know?
No, you could. You want to do it?
Okay. That's fine.
All right. Let's hear
I
it.
don't really have a singing voice this early in the morning, but I do sing this song.
Excellent. It's really it's very a lot of vocal acrobatics going on in here.
Let's see. A crowded room, friends with tired eyes. I'm hiding from you and your soul of eyes. That one might be a little tricky for me.
Just fake it till you make it.
Okay.
I trust you.
All right, here we go. 1. Oh, it's down, up, up, down, up. 1, 2,
Island
3,
Strum.
4. Thank you. give it to someone special. A crowd, oh. A crowded room, friends with tired eyes. I'm hiding from you and your soul eyes. My God, I thought you were someone to rely on me. I guess I was a shoulder to cry on, a face of a lover with a fire in his heart, a man undercover, but you tore me apart. Oh, now I've found a real love, you'll never fool me again. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Da, da, okay, a face of a lover with a fire in his heart, a man undercover, but you tore me apart. Maybe next year, I'll give it to someone, I'll give it to someone special.
That was excellent.
Good
Nancy.
job.
Thank you.
Yay.
Good job, Nancy.
I was channeling my inner Wham.
That's good. Just so you all know, and I'm sorry to inform you of this, you have all lost Whamageddon. Whamageddon is an internet contest where you try to go the entire Christmas season without hearing Last Christmas by Wham.
Oh,
Really?
Yes, and every one of you has lost Whamageddon. I'm very sorry.
okay.
There's no prize. There's no point. It's just the internet being the internet. And
I just wish I had had his hair.
you know what gets me, and not in a weird way, but it's just interesting to think about that, like, pretty much every song he ever wrote was about a dude. And that just throws me a little bit.
But we didn't, at the time, we didn't know that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And growing up, I didn't know that either. So you hear his songs and you're like, man, this guy gets all the girls. And then like later on, you know, you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
All right. But then little tiny lines, like when you're really paying attention, like a man undercover, you know what I mean? Like what? Oh, hey, what's he saying there, George? I see you were trying to tell us something. You were suffering. Poor guy. That must suck to pretend you like the wrong sex. Anyway, let's go back to the next song. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Not a fan, I hear.
Oh, yay.
Sorry, guys. Nothing I could do about it. Somebody out there, and we keep it anonymous. So
Well, you know what though? For those lucky enough to have grandchildren, someday maybe I will be blessed with them. This is a great song to play. If I had grandchildren, I only have granddogs. So
yeah, don't get my mother started. She's not here.
oh,
but
your mother and I have had long conversations.
I'm sure you have. You know, she has a daughter that hasn't found the right man yet, and she has a son that you'd have to tie me down and knock me out before I'd ever agree to have children. You know, I'd probably adopt. I just don't want to pass on my twisted genetic material to anybody. All right, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Johnny Marks and Gene Autry, 1949. Song's older than I thought it was.
So I have a question where it says sing E. That's an E key?
Okay, so this song is in A minor. Well, this is a weird one because it sounds sort of major, so there's a really good chance that this song is in the key of C, believe it or not, because A minor is relative minor of C. All that means is that A minor has the same notes as C. It's just started from a different place. So C is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. A minor is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Same exact notes, but in a different order. So check it out. If I were to play, let's say C major, C. That's C major, right? Now watch what happens when I start with A. Let me start down here. Afternoon. You hear how that sounds more like, it sounds sad. It sounds more dark if you play A minor. So that's all A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. So totally different characteristics, but it's the exact same note. So the note you start on and end on means a lot. It's the same exact notes, but it's got a totally different feeling and vibe. E is one of those notes in actually in A minor, right? In the A minor chord is made up of the notes A, C, and E. Remember when I said that the first note that you sing in the song is probably going to be from the first chord and probably going to be one of the first three notes in that chord? So this is A minor. The first three notes in that chord are A, C, and E. So it's the third note of that chord. And you sing E. That doesn't mean it's in the key of E, though. You don't usually go by the note you sing. You go by the first chord you play. So this one you could look at as either being an A minor, but it's probably more in C major, actually. I know that's a little confusing, but, you know. But you sing E. So what you would do is you just play the E note. And in this case, we have an E note on our second string. So you know, Dasher and Dancer and you, right? That's the E. But you still play the E minor. You know, Dasher and Dancer, Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid, Donner and Blitzen, right? And that's just to give you the right starting point, because it's a little bizarre that you play an A minor, but you're singing in E. So the reason why they included that more than likely is because if you played an E minor, you would go, you know, and that's wrong, right? You know, or you know, you would do that when it really should be, you know. So if it's not obvious, it seems, that's when they put the sing this note in there, right? All right, so the chords, everyone should remember all of them except B minor, which you bar the second fret and then reach over with your third finger to the fourth fret, fourth string. And an E minor seventh, which is just the two, if you think about a G as a triangle, it's the two outer points of the triangle, right? So it's the first string second fret and the third string second fret. So it's an E seventh without the minor note, which happens to be the first fret of the fourth string. So you just drop that note. All right, let's give it a try. Let's look at the clock. I've been talking a lot. Oh, look, we've got plenty of time. Okay. You, 1, 2, 3. You know, Dasher and Dancer, Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid, Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer sleigh tonight. Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, yippee! Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Oh, one more time. You'll go down in history. Rudolph.
So that was fun. So I have to just share this with you guys. If you play it again at home, I actually was singing it like at the end, kind of like a Janis Joplin, because first I was thinking Jack Johnson, he sings this song.
Yep.
And then as I got to the end, it was coming out like Janis Joplin. I was kind of raspy and it was a lot of fun. So,
I would love to hear that.
oh, you, all right, well, I'll practice it. I'll practice
Okay.
it with my sister.
Right. Good. Perfect. I like that.
But you know, you can just take a song and just kind of jazz it up a little bit if you want to.
Oh yeah, if I haven't made that clear, let me reiterate that point. That's the whole idea here, people. That's the whole idea, right? Make it your own. The whole point of you know, learning these songs, yes, is to reproduce the song so you could sing them or other people can sing them, but do your own thing with it, man. You know, make it your own. Sing crazy, you know, play around with the picking of the chords, slow it down, speed it up. Do what feels right to you.
And that's the beauty of being able to play it live with each other.
That's very true. Yeah, exactly right. You know, and you know, the idea is you learn all the tools and then down the road you could break them. You know, you break the rules. You could do what you want with it then. You know, an example is what I call tonal colors, which is like you've got two versions of the D7s, right? You've got the two-fingered one and then that barred one, right? Where you bar the second fret and put your second finger on the third fret first string. Now to me, this one sounds slightly brighter, happier, so to speak, right? So I was using this more on the last verse, right? To kind of give it a lift. Just like at the end of songs, sometimes they'll use, they'll do an actual key change where they'll like, you ever hear a song where all of a sudden like they're singing higher than they normally were through the whole song? That's a key change. And usually they'll shift up by either a half step or a full step, sometimes even 5 or 6 notes, depending. Like Mariah Carey was infamous for that. Whitney Houston used to do it all the time too, because she was capable of doing it. You know, when you've got a 15 octave range, you could pretty much do anything. But play with it, you know, try different versions of chords. Try slowing down the strumming pattern, speeding up the strumming pattern. Try playing with it, singing in a Janis Joplin voice, singing in falsetto, which is that really high pitched. You might stumble upon something that really sounds cool to you and that you really like. And you know, that's the whole thing. Take this music and do your thing with it. You know, try mashing together chords that you know that aren't a song. That's what songwriting is. That's all it is. Just some guy sitting in his room mashing together chords, coming up with weird lyrics to sound good with it. That's all it is. You know, there's some basic rules, but essentially that's what they're doing. I mean, you know, and the best part is, and it's the best part, and it took me a while to realize this, almost everything has been written already. Basically everything's been written already, right? It's almost impossible to find a set of 3 or 4 chords that someone in some song somewhere hasn't played before, right? But that means that we're not all like original creators. We're basically reorganizers, right? Like we're just taking stuff that was already out there and we're organizing it in a way that we find cool. So just think of it like that. You know, you could do it to songs that already exist. I know I'm ranting again a little bit. I must have been too much coffee, but you know, you gotta, it's really, it's the point of this is to, like, you know, not just to reproduce songs, but you could also make your own music, you know. And some of you guys are getting really good. A lot of you guys are getting really good, and maybe trying something like, try writing a song. You know, that whole thing about you can't teach an old dog new tricks is ridiculous. I have personally seen an old dog learn how to open a door. Now you explain that to me. That's a new trick.
Yes.
I have also seen a watch pot boil. Lots of things. Me and my friend spent an entire week once disproving old wives' tales. Anyway, let's try Little Saint Nick, which I think I remember. Do you know that one, Nancy?
I think that's a Beach Boys song, isn't it?
Yes.
Brian Wilson.
Ron, you must know this one.
Oh, no, I think I can do it, unless you want to do it. You want to do it?
No, some of those, no, the chords kind of scare me. That E, I know you're going to yell at me. I don't know what you call it. What's the E in the B? What is that?
Oh my God.
Don't yell at me.
I'm not yelling. It just hurts my feelings that you don't know what the little B is.
I could make something up.
Take a
It could be
guess.
really good.
Yes.
I know it's not an E minor.
Nope, that's a little M.
E, I don't know. It's bonus. It's a bonus.
E flat. Flat.
Well, why don't they make it an F then?
Because there's an F chord.
All right, I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna put a Post-it note on my computer.
It's okay. I mean, you know.
Nope, I'm gonna do this. This is how I learn.
Okay, I think I got it. The cool thing about Beach Boys songs is they originated the formulas, but they stick very much to a formula, right? So if you hear the first few lines, you've basically got the whole song. Like, it'll just repeat, right? Now they came up with the formula, which makes them some of the coolest in the world. But yeah, D.
Can you go over the chords? Do you mind?
Sure.
Thank you.
So you should have F, G minor, C, and A minor. G minor from the other song, right? Same as before. B flat is a B chord, which is your first and second finger plays the first and second string on the first fret, like so. You can't see it, so let me do this. Like that. Then your second finger climbs up to the third string on the second fret, and your third finger goes on the fourth string on the third fret. It's like a little staircase. Don't get frustrated if it doesn't sound right, or if a couple of the strings do this.
Yeah,
If you're hearing that, it means you're not pressing down hard enough. And believe it or not, yeah, you want your fingers not flat on that first fret. You want your finger to be flat. See that?
Yeah.
So that way it's playing both of those strings.
Okay, so the only finger we're not using is the middle finger.
No, we're using our middle finger here on the second fret, third string. And our third finger, the only finger we're not using is our pinky, actually. And then the third fret, third string. You could always rearrange fingers if it. Oh, you have that inside out, D. I don't know what you're doing there.
What do you mean?
It's inside out.
No.
Your second finger goes on the second string. There you go. Right there. Second string.
Don't you have to do these two?
This is the second string. Third string. I'm saying second string. Third string. And your third finger goes on the fourth string.
Yeah, I can't read that.
So your pinky goes on the foot. See, that's the first string.
Yeah.
That's the first string. It goes on the fourth.
Oh, the
There you go.
My hands not big enough. Okay.
It's not an easy chord. All right, F7. Okay, so it's just an F chord. It looks crazy, but it's an F chord. And then you're really all you need to play an F7, then your third finger on the 3rd fret, 3rd string, plus an F. Really all you need. But if you do that and you want to play the full chord, you then put your pinky down on the 1st string, 3rd fret. That's a full F7, but you don't really need the pinky if it's really hard for you to switch to that whole thing. Flat is your 1st finger, 1st string, 1st fret. 2nd finger, nothing. 3rd finger, 3rd fret, 3rd string. Pinky, 3rd fret, 2nd string. E flat. You could also bar the top 3 strings of the 3rd fret. But do not play the 1st string, because that would sound awful. Just play the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string. Very important. And that's usually pretty easy, because when you play the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string, your finger's probably bent just right that you can touch it very lightly up against the 1st string and mute it, right? That's what happens for me anyway. G and D minor are the last 2. And they're good ones. Okay, Little Saint Nick. Brian Wilson, who is just an absolute genius. I mean, the guy was batshit insane, but he was a genius. If you listen to Pet Sounds, the album, I mean, considering the time that it came out, it's mind-blowing how ahead of its time it was. Music wouldn't catch up to what he did in Pet Sounds till like the 90s. I mean, it was amazing. He also went completely off the deep end, which tends to happen to, you know, super ultra geniuses. But man, was he good. He did basically all the harmonies in the Beach Boys. He came up with all the chord progressions and all the movements, and you got to listen to how things move. Like the harmonies will come down a step and then the guitars will go up, and it's just the way that they're interweaved is just so amazing. Really, really impressive stuff. I didn't really appreciate the Beach Boys enough until recently, and specifically Brian Wilson. All right. Okay, I don't really know the beginning part. So we're gonna start from, well, way up north where the air gets cold. Ooh, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Way up north where the air gets cold. There's a tale about Christmas that you've all been told. A real famous cat dresses up in red, and he spends the whole year working out on his sled. It's Saint Nick, little Saint Nick. It's the little Saint Nick, little Saint Nick. Just a little bobsled, we call it old Saint Nick. The chill fuck a toboggan with a 4-speed stick. Shoots candy apple red with a ski for a wheel. Santa hits the gas, man, just watch her peel. It's the little Saint Nick, little Saint Nick. It's the little Saint Nick, little Saint Nick. Run, run, reindeer, run, run, reindeer, run. Wait, I don't know this part either. that sucked. Didn't do that too well. A couple parts in there I didn't realize.
Yeah.
And that
Chord wise,
minor
that's a
distinction
very
is not
hard
easy.
song for me.
Huh?
Chord wise, that was a very difficult song, you know, because
Well,
I
it's
just
a
don't
G
use
minor
those.
to C, really. That's a
Yeah.
little weird. It's 3-finger chord to a 1-finger chord, you know? The trick is to make it as easy on yourself as you can. Going from G minor to C, you know, you could probably just move your 3rd finger down and then back up again. And then sort of
Gotta
have
go.
what's that, Ken?
I can.
Have to go.
Oh,
I'll
bye,
see-
Ken.
See you Friday.
See you Friday. Have a good day.
See y'all. Bye-bye.
Oh, bye, Ron. Oh,
Yeah, I gotta go too.
all right, Paula.
All right, see you later.
Well, we're actually out of Christmas songs for the day, so maybe my rambling wasn't totally in vain.
Your wish came true.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Christmas songs. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do this because I love you guys.
And thank you. And we thank you for that because we love Christmas songs, most of us.
Most of you. I mean,
All right then.
I have a feeling it's not Ron's favorite thing in the world, only because he moans a lot when song names come up. Yeah.
I bet you he would do really well singing Blue Christmas. I see him singing that song pretty well.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if Elvis strikes me as his voice style. You know, I don't know if his voice is, but maybe.
We'll have to talk him into it.
The harmony parts of songs, you know,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure he does it on purpose, and it sounds pretty cool because when you're singing along with him, he's singing like a harmony above you, which actually works in a group setting really well, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I don't know how well that would work out in Blue Christmas, but yeah.
We'll see. All right, guys. Have a great day.
Bye, Nancy. Bye, Dee.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
And bye, Herb. Thank you so much for everything, Herb. I'll talk to you guys soon. See you in 2 days.